Hello everybody, it is MattManectric here, and I hope you are having a fantastic Wednesday, or indeed Thursday, or whenever you're watching this. I hope you've had a good day. Today we are back with the same six that got destroyed by that Mega Salamence in the last episode, but hopefully they can pull off the impossible and get themselves a win in this game as well, or in this episode. We did get one win last episode, but we scraped it by the skin of our teeth thanks to the bulk of Scrafty. But in this episode we are fighting a Lucario, a Charizard, a Cloyster, a Hippowdon, a Mimikyu, and a Thunderous Therian. So, just by looking at the team, mate, honestly, Torterra could run through, could just run through this team if we could get it the opportunity to the point. I mean, especially if the weakness policy activates. I would say the biggest issue with my opponent's team is going to be that Cloyster. That Cloyster is a massive problem. I think he's probably going to want to lead with the Hippowdon just so he can set up his Stealth Rocks, because we know what Hippowdon's like. We know what they are like. So I'm going to lead with Torterra. I'm going to want Scrafty for some bulk. And honestly, I think I just want Tyrantrum. Although saying that, he is Fairy type. Okay, we're not going to... I just said Torterra can smash through his team though. Okay, we're going to take out Scrafty. We're going to have Toxicroak and Tyrantrum. This trio will hopefully be able to give us the game. I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Because as I said in the last episode, it's looking likely that... well, this team is just very slow. There's nothing looking likely about it. It's just a very slow team. But speaking about slow, next week, I've had a couple of suggestions from some people about what they want to see. And it's looking like Trick Room at the moment. It is looking like Trick Room. So, if you've got some slowish Pokemon or maybe a Trick Room setter you want to see, please make sure you leave it in the comments. My opponent is going to lead with the Mimikyu. I'm just going to click Seed Bomb. Although Earthquake would do more damage, so I don't know why I'm not going for Earthquake. But oh well, let's just click Seed Bomb. He's actually running Willow. Torterra is going to avoid it. Man, I wish I went for Rock Tomb. I should have went Rock Tomb just to lower the speed. Then we could potentially hit it with the Earthquake next turn. Very happy to avoid that Will-O-Wisp. That is very, very lucky. Now, with Mimikyu's Disguise down, I could switch out here either into Toxicroak or Tyrantrum. I think I'm going to go into Toxicroak. We can potentially scare it out with the Sucker Punch. And also, we don't mind we just don't really mind the Will-O-Wisp. Yes, okay, our Focus Sash is going to go down. But at the same time, we are a special attacker. So, no, we can blast a Sludge Wave and hope for the best. So he is going to connect the Will-O-Wisp this time. But like I say, it's not the biggest problem we've ever seen. As Toxicroak burns there with its toxic... I don't even know where I'm going with this. Alright, what's his possible switches? I guess Hippowdon would be the switch, wouldn't it? Hippowdon would be the switch. Okay, well I'm going to click Nasty Block and set up. As he opts to withdraw the Mimikyu and go into Hippowdon. Yeah, there it is. Does ground resist poison? I'm really weird about poison. I never remember what resists it and what, like, I always remember what it's super effective against, so Fairy and Grass. But I never remember what resists poison. I don't, like, fighting could potentially resist poison, ground could resist poison, rock could resist it, bug could resist it. I really don't know. Ghost, it's just one of those areas of the type chart that I'm not too sure of. Sludge Wave is resisted. However, we do have a chance of poisoning. And I don't... like, Toxicroak just doesn't do anything. It's just too slow and too frail to be able to do anything. It's just not good. I mean, you've got 40 power. That pushes it to 160. Sludge Wave with Stab is 130-ish, around there, a little bit over. Cut down, brings it down to 165. Sorry, brings it down to 65-ish. So actually, Sludge Wave is going to do the most damage. It's probably still going to do nothing, but we are at +2 special attack, so you never know with Toxicroak. You never know. Let's see how much we can do with the Sludge Wave. Not even half. That was pathetic. That was utterly, utterly pathetic. Toxicroak, you are a disappointment to us all. Guys, do yourselves a favour. Don't run Special Toxicroak. It just doesn't work very well. Unfortunately, in 3v3s, it just doesn't work. However, this is an opportunity where we could potentially bring in Torterra and hit this thing with a Seed Bomb. And honestly, I'm looking at it, from that range of HP, Seed Bomb could be enough. Seed Bomb could be enough. And judging by how much the Sludge Wave did, this Hippowdon could also be especially defensive. So it might not take a Seed Bomb well at all. So let's click Seed Bomb. Let's click Seed Bomb and see what he does. He might have to switch out into that Mimikyu to try and get a burn with Will-O-Wisp. He might end up going out into one of his flying types, potentially the Charizard. He is going to switch out and he is going to go into Mimikyu. So the Will-O-Wisp is obviously going to be on its way. Seed Bomb's a 2 at KO. Okay, well, if we can get rid of Mimikyu, then we've got a chance of winning stuff, because we do have Tyrantrum in the back. If we can get one D-Dance up, then we could be looking alright. I potentially should be Rock Polishing here. He's going to Destiny Bond. That's really bad. I should have went for D-Dance. So I should have went for Rock Polish. I definitely should have gone for Rock Polish. Well, crap. To be fair though, if I Rock Polish, I then have to Rock Polish again, otherwise Destiny Bond still affects me. Unless I went for Rock Tomb. But either way then, he just burns me. And then Torterra is still not in a very good position. And we've got Tyrantrum to come in now, and honestly, if we live... Okay, he's got Charizard. I mean, if we can live an Earthquake from the Hippowdon, it would be a miracle. To be honest with you, it would be a miracle. I'm going to click Head Smash. It's not going to matter. He's probably just going to knock us out anyway, but I will still click Head Smash. Well, I said that, I don't know what Dragonite? I don't know what Charizard would have. Maybe if it's X, he's going to have the Dragon move. It is Y, so we are going to knock it out with a Head Smash. It's just whether or not we can live it here, which is the big question. And these things can run Dragon Pulse, they can run Hidden Power Ice, which are all obviously super effective. And with the Sundown as well, we don't get a special defense boost. He is running Hidden Power. If it's HP Ice, that is super effective, and it is going to do a lot of damage. Not quite enough to knock out Tyrantrum though, as we do knock it out with the Head Smash. If it lives that, I would be amazed. But he does have the Hippowdon, and I said it in the last episode. Hippowdon is one of my favourite Pokemon to use in BattleSpot doubles. It is so reliable. So if you are struggling, I said doubles, meant singles. If you are struggling in BattleSpot singles, bring your Hippowdon. Bring your Hippowdon. It is one of the most reliable Pokemon you can ever use in this format. Honestly, it's so good. It just has enough about it. It just has enough about it. We'll go for the Dragon Claw. It won't be enough to knock it out, unfortunately, but maybe with a crit it might. Yeah, with a... no, that was a crit. We did get the crit. Fortunately, it's not enough. Hippowdon's Rocky Helmet plus the Earthquake is enough to knock out Tyrantrum, though. I mean, Earthquake would have been enough without the Rocky Helmet. So, unfortunately, that is Tyrantrum down. And that is the first game of the episode in which we lose. Well, that is not so good. I mean, the game... how much different could I have done, really? Not a lot. Like, I couldn't really have played Torterra any differently. Maybe I could have bought Sizzle instead of Torterra. That's maybe one thing. Maybe Sizzle would have been a little bit better. I'm not too sure. I mean, Priority Bullet Punch could have been very helpful in these situations. But at the end of that, I needed Torterra for the Hippowdon. And the Mimikyu was scary. The Mimikyu was scary with Destiny Bond and Will-O-Wisp. It was a real issue. And unfortunately, I just didn't have anything for it. You know, if you've got something with magic, what is it? Is it Magic Bounce? I don't know if Destiny Bond even works with Magic Bounce. I'm not sure. I doubt it. But obviously, we could have bounced back the Will-O-Wisp that didn't even hit us in the first place. I don't know. I don't even know. But we are going to be fighting another Japanese trainer. Gee, I wonder how often that ever happens. And it's gonna act. Okay, right. Surely they're gonna lead with the bug water thing that I can't remember its name. I mean, we've got one. It's Golisopod. I just have to look down at my DS screen and it's a Golisopod. I can see them wanting to lead with Golisopod. I could also see them leading with Coco for a Volt Switcher, and I could also see them leading with one of the ground types for Stealth Rock. Now, I think the lead has got to be Scrafty, because we can hit things with poison. I mean, if he leads with Lele, that is horrible and something that I never want to see in this world ever. I think Torterra. I think Sizzle's gonna have to be bought as well, and I'm thinking maybe Golisopod for Priority Aqua Jet. So I think we did this in the last episode as well. We picked the first three in like the first episode, like Tyrantrum, Torterra, and Toxic, and then we picked these three for the second battle. How weird! How weird is that? Oh well. Oh, at least everyone's getting their fair share of airtime, eh? At least everyone's getting their fair share of airtime. So this woman is, or this girl is looking very pink. Their name is not letters, their name is numbers, 3, 4, and 6, whatever this means. It probably is there. Maybe Asians have, I shouldn't say Asians, maybe the Japanese have, like, 3-digit pin codes, I don't know. This is a really, really bad lead for us, if you couldn't tell. If you couldn't tell, this is not good, because Crafty isn't living on Moonblast, and my only switching is Sizzle. And to be fair, Bullet Punch is gonna, this is game over. I can already see this being game over. I cannot do anything to so many Pokemon. I really can't. I mean, BattleSpot doesn't take special hits to save its life. Sizzle we can't bring in Sizzle and Bullet Punch, because Bullet Punch isn't gonna work. I'm basically forced to just scrap Scrafty. There's nothing I can do. I mean, I guess I could have protected, but he's just going to go for Moonblast. We won't live that. If we live that, it'll be a miracle. Even with max HP, max special defense. No, we're not living that. These Pokemon are just not quite of the standard that you need for BattleSpot, because a lot of these Pokemon are so good. Like, you've got the bulk of their power. I mean, some of these things do so much damage. I mean, I've used Lele before, I think last week. And we saw how much damage a Psychic does with the Specs and Psychic Terrain. It is a monstrous amount of damage. We'll go for the Leech Life so we can get a bit of HP back on whatever. And he's actually going to go for the... I can never remember its name. Something Psyche. Shattered Psyche, that's it. He's going to go for Shattered Psyche. I don't see us living this. I don't see us living this. We're just not... it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. You pick bad. You guys pick bad Pokemon, guys. You're not very good at picking a team together. You're not very good at it. But you know what? That's what this series is about. We're using random stuff. We can't Bullet Punch because of Psychic Terrain. Realistically, it's the abilities that make the Tapus so good. Like, having that extra 50% damage on Psychic type moves as well, and Electric moves on Coco and Grass on Bulu. I mean, that is just ridiculous. We'll click X Scissor. Hopefully it does a lot of damage. It's never going to knock it out. It's never going to knock it out. And he's probably running HP Fire as well. He probably has the HP Fire. We'll find out, though. We'll find out. So Lele is going to... There is a hidden power. We are actually going to live, though, which... I guess that's just a compliment of Mega Sizzle. But X Scissor, it's not going to come close. No, not even close. Not even close. We can't Bullet Punch. That's game over. And to be frank with you, this Lele has just spanked us. It has completely spanked us. The blocking of priority moves makes this thing so much better. Because it's fast. It's nothing... It's not speedy, but it's just fast. And so it can outspeed a lot of things. And then when you block the priority... I mean, Bullet Punch is possibly one of the most common Steel type moves you are going to see in the game. And so the fact that you could automatically just block one of those weaknesses out, it's just gone. It's so helpful. It's also to Shadow Sneak, which is another relatively popular Ghost type move. Things like Mega Bayonet. Not that Mega Bayonet gets used in this tier, but because I don't even think it's released yet. But I'm just using it as an example. I don't know why we're saving the video, but apparently we're saving the video. And you know what? We're gonna go for a third battle again because we've got so much time. We have got so much time because we just got smashed by the Tapu Lele. So let's go again. Let us go again. We're on a 3-game losing streak. This needs to break. Something is going to break it. We're not going to go for the classic, either, you know, the top right or the top left. We're gonna mix it up a bit. This team just has so many common weaknesses. So many common weaknesses. Guys, I don't recommend using the 6 in BattleSpot. I really don't. It's the Lele again. He's probably going to want to lead with the Ninetales. So I can see him wanting to have the Aurora Veil. We could lead with... Probably going to lead with the Toxicroak then. Excuse me, Poppy. Excuse me. The dog is barking. The dog is barking. Alright, let's lead Toxicroak. We do have the Focus Sash as well, should we need it. Actually, Sizzle could be smarter. But the problem is, if I go Sizzle, the Bullet Punch becomes really obvious, and then he just goes into Lele, so I may as well just lead Toxicroak. If he wants to bring the Charizard as well, we're going to bring Tyrantrum, and obviously he's got 2 water types, so it's probably going to be Charizard X. I'd be surprised if it's Y. And because he does have 2 water types, they'll probably both carry Ice Beam. Do we carry, or do we bring Torterra? Honestly, I'm going to bring Scrafty. I think Scrafty's got a lot of, it can resist a few things, obviously, bar the 2 Fairy types, which are going to be annoying. Let's be realistic, they're going to be annoying. I'm hoping with the combination of Toxic and Super Fang, we should be able to deal with the, Suicune. If it comes down to that, but we'll find out, So, this woman with cool hair and cool eyes leads with the Greninja. Now, Greninja I could see probably wanting to U-turn. But honestly, I'm quite tempted just to hit it with Vacuum Wave and just get damage off. Break the potential Sash. Could also make the straight switch into Lele. Let's just click Vacuum Wave. Let's see how much damage a Vacuum Wave does. I mean, it's not going to knock it out. But it could do over half. I could be seriously overestimating... Mate, I messed up all my words. I could be seriously overestimating Toxicroak here, but we will go for the Vacuum Wave and do... Actually, yeah, a little bit over half. So that is right. And it's looking like he's going for the... What's he doing? Or what's she doing, even? I mean, if you want to go for the water move, that is A-okay. I will be more than happy with that, because we have Dry Skin. Protein transforms into the water type. Well, thank you very much for that, person. Thank you very much for that. Now, Vacuum Wave probably doesn't knock him out at the end of next turn. However, we could go for a nasty plot. But you know what? I'm going to go for Vacuum Wave. If we get a crit, that's great, because then that's probably Greninja down. And at least we know Greninja is the thing that has the Z move. In comes Lele, and actually we can hit this thing hard with a Sludge Wave and get a massive amount of damage off. So, oh, mate, if I went for Sludge Wave then, let's go for it then. Let's go for Sludge Wave. It's super effective. It's probably going to do about 60% because Toxicroak's special attack just isn't high enough. Lele's special defense is very, very good. So Toxicroak going to live on the 1 HP thanks to the Focus Sash. Sludge Wave going to connect on Lele. Come on, do be a crit and knock it out in 1 hit. Toxicroak, I will finally believe in you if you can do that for me. It's almost an Oko! And this is what I mean again. The flipping... We probably don't win here because all he's got to do is Moonblast the rest of my team and I've lost. But if this thing didn't have the Psychic Terrain, I would have been so much more tempted to bring Sizzle so I could just Bullet Punch it. And if we have Sizzle, we can Bullet Punch. Greninja probably goes down to it. And flipping Lele goes down to it. Oh, I hate Psychic Terrain so much. I really do. I can't stand it. We'll go for the Sludge Wave again. I cannot stand Psychic Terrain. It's just so horrible. It's so horrible. You need something to deal with Lele that doesn't use priority, because it's just... Magnezone, for example. Magnezone could deal with it. Or bring in Tyrantrum. Psychic, to be fair, Psychic probably knocks us out. It's probably Specs, and Psychic probably does knock us out as well. Like, I don't... And if it is Specs, then I'm an idiot, and I should be leading with... Or I should be going with Scrafty, but hey. Hey. What you gonna do? I'm gonna D-Dance. I am gonna D-Dance. If he goes for Psychic knocks us out, then whatever. If he goes for Moonblast, we might live a Moonblast. We might live 1. I doubt it, but you know, there's always that chance. There's always that chance. And if he's Scarfed, well then that really sucks, because then this Dragon Dance is completely useless. Nonetheless, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for that D-Dance. He's gonna withdraw the Lele and go out into Greninja. This is fine. This is alright. I'm okay with this. The question is, does Tyrantrum outspeed Greninja at +1 speed? I don't think it does. To be honest with you, I don't think it does. I think Tyrantrum is far too slow. We should be running Rock Polish, but oh well, I'm not. We'll go for Dragon Claw. It's going to be the end of Tyrantrum, unfortunately. Because we're about to get hit by an Ice Beam. Oh, we do outspeed it! Well, that took me by surprise. Down goes Greninja, and Tyrantrum could be about to win us this game. I mean, I'm not saying it will, but, you know, there is a chance. There is a chance. In comes the Lele back in, I presume. No, why would he bring in Lele? He's going to have to bring... He does bring in Lele, so maybe it is Scarfed. He doesn't know we've got Scrafty in the back, though. And if he... I mean, to be fair, all he'd have to do is switch out, so it wouldn't be the most terrifying thing in the world. But, I mean, we know he's going to Moonblast anyway, isn't he? We'll go for Earthquake. Is he scarfed? He is scarfed. It's game over. We have to live this Moonblast. I don't see it. There you go. Once again, if we have Sizzle, we win. Well, provided Psychic Terrain isn't that, but I hate Psychic Terrain. I think it is the most ridiculous... Well, you would never really use Psychic Terrain as the move, but having it as the ability is ridiculous. And I absolutely hate Lele. I really do. We'll go for the power play. It's not going to matter. We're not living the Moonblast. It's Time Source super effective, as we saw in the last battle. We're not going to do anything. That's 3 losses for this episode, guys. It's all your fault for making me use these awful Pokemon, by the way. Just putting out there, it's all your fault. I mean, it's a joke, but no, yeah, you've picked some pretty bad Pokemon. Gonna be honest. No, I'm joking. It's the fact that we've got so many of them all together. They've all got similar weaknesses. This is why none of these Pokemon bar Mega Scizor are in OU, because they're not great. Nonetheless, if you did enjoy this video, you know, before I say that, in the last few episodes, it's almost like we've been coming up against the same sort of thing. So then we just kept on coming up against Lele. We kept on coming across Mega Gengar. I mean, I don't think we came up against anything repetitively last episode yet. Last episode. I don't know. Did we see a couple Salamence? I can't remember. But like, we saw the Mega Gengar. It's just everything. People using the same common stuff. Nonetheless, if you did enjoy, please hit that like button. It will make me feel a lot better. If you are new here, make sure you hit subscribe, and we do have lots of links in the description for you guys to check out. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.